Hi, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Global AI Notes, a show by the global AI community about everything AI. And today we will talk to Kinfey. Hi,
Hello,
Kinfey. Welcome to the
hello, good
show.
morning, everyone. Yeah,
Great that you are joining us today.
thank you.
Before we start with
Global
your
AI
great,
community.
thank
Yeah,
you. And before we start, can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you do and what your session is going to be about?
my name is Kinfey. I am Microsoft Cloud Advocate. I focus data and AI. On my session today, I will introduce the new tools Promptflow. I think many people love LLM and love ChatGPT, and I will tell you how to use Promptflow to build Copilot applications. Uh, maybe this is the first session to let you to know Promptflow. Yeah.
That sounds really great. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started then. You already shared your screen, so let me put that on the
Yeah. Okay.
good luck.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. My name is Kim Fei. Just I introduced before, I'm Microsoft Cloud Advocate. My team is focused data and AI. If you have any question, you can find me to Kim Fei in GitHub. Of course, at the end of this session, I will share you my email. You can use that email to contact me. Uh, Today, I will talk about prompt flow. Many people say this time I built a large language model solution. Just I use OpenAI API or Llama using LangChain or semantic kernel. But what is Promptflow? Maybe this is your first session and to know. Oh, Promptflow. I think when you finish this session, you can know. Oh, I will use Promptflow in my Copilot applications and some AI solutions. Let's go. The first time, I think we are in the new area because we use internet, we use mobile. This is change our life. Today, LLM change our life too. We can use GPT-3, GPT-4, 3.5, and GPT-4 to create many things. Many people say in the past, AI can just only do one things, but now you can give some command to GPT. It can help you to finish more. Just like that, you can you can give the some command to write some content and summarize some content and get some data in the document using GPT. Another is maybe some people will focus, I want to use GPT to create many applications in this time. I think many people to focus some GPT plugin and some GPT extensions is cool. Just like I use some GPT plugin to know some get some knowledges in the world. Another is I want to use GPT to generate some photos and some pictures using text to or pictures just like Midjourney, just like DALI E2 model. I think an LLM changed the world because in the past we want to communication with machine. We need to focus some coding language just like in Python, just like C++, just like Java. But this time we can use new NLP, natural language process to communicate with GPT. Just like that, I can tell you, I can use a normal language to contact my machine. Machine will give me some feedback in the NLP. It will very cool because it let more people can use AI do everything. we can use AI in our lives. So, this time, I think GPT changed the world. But to the company, we always think company need to change because in the past 20 years, the company change is using cloud native, using some digital transformation. Yeah, but this time, enterprise and some company need to intelligent transformations. Why I enterprise need to focus this company if they want to change how they need to do. I I I choose three important things in the PPT. You can see that the first is important is the LLM, large language model. Oh, some company will choose OpenAI, but in China and in the world, some companies say, I can't use OpenAI API or some OpenAI model because they worry about the data and some security. Just like in financial scenario, they want to use some large language model or deploy in their server and some AI solutions in their company, but not use cloud native or AI solutions. So this time they need to think, I need to use some offline large language model in our company solution. So company will think when they can use OpenAI, when they can use Hugging Face. Everyone know that Hugging Face has many models. Just like that, Llama is very popular large language model in the open source in Hugging Face. Another is some different company publish their large language model in Hugging Face. They can use this to frighten and some embedding to their business scenario. Another thing is enterprise prompt. We know that prompt is very important to the AI now. You can write some prompt to let AI to solve some problems yeah, just like if you want to write some email, you can send, please give me some email, please help me to finish email to LLM. So prompt is important because some company want to use prompt to solve their BI scenario. So enterprise prompt library, how to write that, how to give good prompt is good. In the past, I think AI expert is focused some model training, some data analyze. But this time, prompt engineering is where we need the company need to focus. They need prompt engineering to help them to improve their solution in, uh, in experiments. Just like that, some company will correct some prompt in the library to give different department to some business scenario. The last is the Copilot application. Maybe a LLM model and prompt is API and some from M solution, but I think many companies need to focus application. They need to use AI to solve many things. So application is very important now too. In the past 6 months, we have many application in Microsoft. You can use GitHub Copilot to finish some coding, and some maybe in the last month, you some company can use Office Copilot. Another is ChatGPT plugin. This is the Copilot application. So I think these top three things the enterprise need to focus. But this time, I think we need to jump into the applications because how to create, how to build, this is important because some companies say, Kinfei, I have many applications how to inject AI or LLM model in there. I will share you how to do this. Maybe Copilot step is important. In the Microsoft Build 2023, we have we have a new concept Copilot step because many people use Microsoft Azure Open AI service to API to create some solutions. But some people will say, I just only use API to finish solution. But you need to face how to combine code and OpenAI API together. Just like here, Copilot will tell you the story how you need to finish the Copilot solutions with front end and back end. I think and this time, in the back end, we have AI infra. Just like you need to set some cloud native GPU and some infrastructure in cloud native. This is important, but foundation models is important too. Not only just focus OpenAI. Maybe Llama is good because some people use Llama to finish some enterprise scenario, focus their data. And the other is that the their model in the past maybe can use to finish all the big AI scenario. So foundation model is important too. In the front end, just I said in the last page, we can see Copilot and plugin extensions in there. Just like here, I think, and you can see the middleware is the AI orchestrations. Oh, what is AI orchestrations? Maybe this is the prompt. Prompt can connect the front end and back end together. So I think we need to focus prompt on more this time. Maybe in the Copilot solution, in the past 6 months, we always create some solution is use their data to chat in the chat window. Just like company want to their document and some instruction and some HR document, some of the business document and to in the chat box. This time we talk about this is RAG solution. RAG solution can use Copilot stack. We can see that we can use vector DB plus a web API plus a plugin together to finish RAG solutions. This is very normal applications in the world now. You can use the vector DB to embedding some business data to finish or let the LLM know all the your complete data or your complete scenario. Another is when you finish, you need to use some serverless solutions to finish the finish the binding some API. And in the plugin, you can send the command or some topic to or some question to the web API. Web API can search embedding to find the similar with the answers. So I think RAG solution is very good too. Many people will think, oh, this is the first step to use RAG solution. But some change is some challenges is in the world. Maybe private data access is very important because some people say, oh, if I use choose embedding and data access, private data in access, maybe some company can get our data or some use our data to training. So they think OpenAI is not very security. Another is the prompt how to write the good prompt. We know that LLM cannot give you the stable result. You need to write the prompt very need to focus something, but the result always change. Sometimes will good, sometimes will low good. How to let the result keep stable is important. Another is performance and evaluations, because we need to focus the applications is very hard. Just like that, the how the LM give you some feedback, give you some answers, and this answer is good or not. So we need to evaluations that. Another is the version control and reproducibility. Version control is another thing in the world. It's very important things. Just like I changed the prompt, I changed some API, the result change. So we need to keep the version. We can find different version how I need to do, or we maybe some version in the past is good. Maybe is the now the version is good. So we need to keep version to keep to watch which is which can product the good results. Another is we need to deploy. Okay, we need to choose different version. Some business scenario, many season will change. So we need to change the version. We need to reproducibility. So this is another thing. And artificial intelligence security. Maybe artificial intelligence security, just like I say, I choose the public cloud open AI solutions, but this time how I need to keep the content is safe. Just like we need to check the result is okay or not, because LLM always give you the wrong result. Maybe some people use this result can do wrong things. So I think artificial intelligence security is important. How to detect the content. So we already this is the challenge if you build LLM solutions. So this time we can see in the flow. We maybe you are a machine learning developer before. You can see in the LLM scenario, we need to data prepare. Another is challenge in iteration. It's the same, but in the middleware prompt and some LLM API call, and we find the generated content and challenge in iterations is different. May I I use the prompt sometime, but I want to get the good result. I need to always to adjust adjust the prompt at some time. Maybe in one afternoon, I just use one point, focus one point to solve one thing. So this is very more times to use a right prompt than code. As a developer, I love coding, but if you write some prompt, I think uh, more time to do this. So we need to decide how to decide, evaluate, refine, optimize, and produce together. This is the iterations. So I think this is the threat in the world now. We need to how we need to do this. Maybe Promptflow can help you, because Promptflow is the good tools to help you or finish some to face some challenges. Yeah, just like if you want to check the flow is good or not. You need to okay you check the prompt. We need to always change the prompt and rate the result. But in the flow, you can very easy to control all the the flow and control the prompt. Another is maybe you need to connect different scenario, just like you need to connect Azure OpenAI and some local model in. Another is the vector DB. You need to connect many different tools. So this time, a prompt will give you the tools connection. Another is you can use some tests and evaluate in the Promptflow UI. You can assess the Promptflow UI smoothly and you and test and write some code and deploy. It's very easy. Another is you can use compare and deploy what some things. So I think in the Promptflow we can do more things. Let's see how I use Azure Machine Learning Promptflow. This is the Promptflow scenario. If you want to use Promptflow, you need to use a Microsoft Azure portal. This time, maybe you need to create resource about Azure Machine Learning and workspace. This workspace is very easy. You can use the create resource and choose Azure Machine Learning. You can see this. Choose Azure Machine Learning, and create. You can see the You can choose the subscription, and choose the resource group, and give the name and choose the region. Maybe I suggest you to use West US or West US 2 because different region can have different compute or different some some VM. So maybe West US is good to choice. If you are in Europe, you can use the Europe region. Another is you need to just give the name, just like here is the demo prompt flow. It will give you, if you use AI Grow, all is finished, and click the review and press create to finish the create the with Azure Machine Learning resource. If you finish, you can see just like here. This is my Azure Machine Learning workspace, and click the Studio web URL. You can see web URL will jump to the Azure AI Machine Learning portal. Okay, you can see that. Promptflow is in the preview, so you need to click the Manage Preview feature in the place like here, and click here to enable the Promptflow. Here I enable the Promptflow now. So now you can see the Promptflow is here. If you use the Azure Machine Learning Studio in the past, you know this environment. But if you first time to use that, you can click the Promptflow here. Another is choose the Promptflow. Promptflow has many functions. If we want to use Promptflow, the first thing you need to create the compute. Compute is very important because just like you have some environments in the Azure Machine Learning service, you can choose a GPU and CPU solutions. If you choose GPU, it's here, but my subscription has no GPU to choose. But some Azure subscription, you can choose GPU, but this I can choose the CPU. This is some people will ask, CPU or GPU can run and Promptflow smoothly, maybe GPU, but I think CPU is good because CPU you can choose the good performance CPU to finish some Promptflow projects. Here I just use very easy, very simple compute. I will give this. Another is choose Promptflow and create the runtime. The runtime will compile your Promptflow compute and give the name and choose the new and use default environment. Of course, you can customize environment in the Azure machine learning service. So if you want to customize, you can choose this and choose different environments. Of course, you can use the environment in the past. This is I suggest you to use the default environment because I will talk more about in the less contents. You can give the name just like here. I set the CPU compute to compile my IPF compute together. You will see the status is running. All is good. Another thing is connection. Connection is another things to connect because you need to connect some large language model and some different di- different Azure functions, just like cognitive search, just like some block of store Azure block storage to call all the document. So you need to connect something, just like here. I click the create. In here, you can choose Azure OpenAI and cognitive search and OpenAI API and QGen. This is the vector DB solutions and some relative. Of course, here you can custom the connection, just like you can connect your or large language model in the local, so you can choose the connect custom solution, custom items. Another thing is the runs. You can see the runs, but this time I have no run. And then when you finish the environment setting, you can create the prompt flow here. We can see the PPT. Wait, the PPT will tell you this has five important concepts. Connection. It can I tell you can connect Azure OpenAI and OpenAI and Azure Content Safety together. This is the prompt flow. Very important thing because in prompt flow, you can choose different connection combine in the scenario. Another is runtime. Runtime you can combine it in the Docker images. This is another thing. Flow is important because flow just like the first step when you finish, the second step connect the first step together. Flow is a step by step flow flows. Another is tools. Tools, we have many tools. Just like here, we can see the tools. Uh, uh, you can see vector indexer is here. You can choose different tools. Another thing you can choose the different things is in tools is you can use Facey. You can look up your vector DB. This is different tools. Another is the variance. Variance, you can use variance to input something or output something together. So you can see the prompt flow five concepts here. Okay, when you set the environment and load the concept, you can create the prompt flow here. Prompt flow has three times: standard flow, chat flow, and evaluation flow. Standard flow. I think if you want to uh, uh, use a large language model to search something or get something or summarize something, you can use standard flow to finish that. Just like if you want to analyze your coding, maybe standard flow can help you to finish because this is keep stable flow here. Another is the chat flow. Chat flow is many scenario we want to chat at the data and chat with the enterprise data and your company data. So chat flow is another choice. The last flow is we want to combine some data together to output something or just like analyze some data in the business or in financial scenario. Maybe evaluation flow is good too. Of course, you can create directly, but another thing is we have some gallery here. You can choose different samples here. You can see You can use functions with chat model or web classification and Q&A with your own data with using Faceit. This is different scenario. Of course, you can use the empty template. If you are the first developer if you first to touch the prompt flow, maybe you can choose these samples. If you are not, you can choose this to create. In here, I have create a, a different prompt flow in here, just like QA embedding. Some people know, oh, Kinfey focus some data, so I will use some data to tell you how to use prompt flow. Just like here, you can see that prompt flow like the workflow. Here step is in it. Another is to use Azure block storage and call some a large language model. Prompt flow has very good scenario is it can compile Python code language and some connections together. Just like here, I can set the input. Input is the my document because I want to embedding this document in OpenAI scenario. Another is the library. The library is I want to use Azure Search document to use vector DB. So I need to install the Azure Search document in beta A. This is the preview version, so I choose the library. Another is the init. I want to init the library. Another is you can see that I can choose the Python solutions here. Another, if you want to use the Python solution, you can choose the Python here. Yeah, you can add the name, add the no name, and add the Python files. Just like here, I have finished add it. You need to import the prompt flow library. Another is you need to add tools here and finish some function definitions. Just like here, I need to install the library. Another is you can see that the function input is compiled inputs variable. Yeah, here is the name. So I will set the name here. You can see it can the input can flow here is the init environment. Another is the block storage. Block storage because here the tools just only custom connections. So I set the custom connection here, and another is the block connection is to compile the Kinfey Azure docs is defined in the prompt flow connections here. Just like here, you can see the connection is here. I have defined that before. Another is right. Okay. You can see the block storage. I just only get the file here. So the input file name is here. So I will set the input file name here and Azure docs here. So it will run the first row. If you when you finish the block storage to get some data in the block storage, just this is the file. You can use the use the GPT model to finish some knowledge base get contents. Here is the Kinfey Azure OpenAI service. This is combined together and choose the chat or some completion. And another is the GPT model. This is you have definition in Azure portal. Another is temperature. You can set the temperature and write prompts because this prompt can help you to get the contents in the data. So I use the large language model to finish that. Another is when I finish, I need to get my result to convert to JSON. You can see I will set the LLM output be convert JSON input here. Another is the embedding QA. Embedding QA is used when I finish the content get, I will embedding. So this is the embedding QA. I use OpenAI embedding to create here and set some Azure OpenAI connections here. You can see, this is the result. I can get the content and generate the embedding here. Another is the save the content here. When you finish, you can run step by step or run in the different step. Uh, uh, one step here you can create if your prompt flow set good. You can see the green is complete. You can see the result. Okay, here the result is done, but here you can see more. Of course, you can see the Python um, coding editor. You can choose this to change the code. Yeah. Another thing is the chat flow, because when you finish the embedding, we know that, this is the chat flow. Chat flow is very easy too. You can create or use the template to finish. Just like here, I need to init the environment, and another is use the question to embedding. So, embedding here to something, but I not use prompt. Prompt is empty is okay. Another is the search to find the result and give the answer. This is another scenario in the prompt flow. Prompt flow is very easy to control. Of course, you can use to chat here to test. Of course, when you test all is good, you can deploy it in the endpoint. You can use the deploy very easy and be API to access to finish the scenario. So I think Promptflow, why I love to choose, because the Promptflow has very good good choice. When some people say, "Oh, if I have no Azure portal, I just want to use Promptflow in my local environment," it's okay. In the past month, I say no. But this month we have the upgrade. You can use Promptflow in Visual Studio Code and use the Promptflow in the local without Azure AI Studio. I think this is a big change, the Promptflow, because many people think, Promptflow just only focus in the Microsoft solutions, but this time you can use Promptflow in the local and deploy the Promptflow in the dock. You can deploy the Promptflow solutions in anywhere, any cloud. So I think this is the big change. I will show you how to use this. The first thing, you need to have the Visual Studio Code. Another is you need to install Promptflow or Visual Studio Code extension. This is very basic extensions. You can install this. When you have installed the extension, you can see the quick access. It have the create new flow, and maybe I suggest you, when you finish the Promptflow VS Code extension install, you need to check the install dependence, choose the install dependence, and select your Python environment. Here, I choose the PyDev. Another is we have another things. If you have Windows and PowerShell and Conda user, you need to set this command line. If you are not, you are Mac OS and Linux user, you can just run conda activate PyDev and Py install Promptflow and Promptflow tools here and check the Promptflow V. But the documents say this is beta 3, but now this is beta 6 now. So you can see like here PF V. Oh no, I forget to activate PyDev PFV. Okay, you can see here is the beta 6. When you finish the setting, set the environment, you can create the flow. Here you can choose the flow. Is the ampli flow, standard flow, chat flow, and evaluation flow. This is as the same as the Microsoft Cloud portal. Oh, another is you want to set some settings, you can choose this, but I think that document is important, so you can choose document to know how to use Promptflow and use the Azure Machine Learning, or some demos check with PDF, and some demos how to develop a flow and test and run and deploy the flow. So when you finish, you can see the document. When you see the document, you can create the project to trial. Here, I use the some documents to use this. It's very amazing is that you can choose different scenario here. I will okay, sorry, here. This is my Promptflow in the local environment. How to know the files? We have some important files, YAML files. Flow dot YAML is like here. When you I close the YAML. When you click the dot YAML, you can see this is the YAML formats here. If we want to use the diagram, you need to choose the visual editor. I shown that. So visual editor here, you can see the visual editor. Just like my Azure portal, you can see you can set the flow here. I set the just document, but where is the connection? Some people say, the first in the Azure portal you can set the connection, but this time, the Promptflow extension is very cool. You can choose the connection here. You can create the connection Azure Content, Azure OpenAI, Connected Search, like the Azure portal. Here I have defined the Azure OpenAI, Connected Search, and block connections. Some people say, oh, Kinfey, you say, Promptflow support a different environment and different cloud. Promptflow can support the offline model environment because I'm developer. I want to develop the model in my local environments or some local server. Can I do this? Sure. You can see that this is another samples to use the Llama in my local environment. We know that MacBook GPU is great. You can use run Llama in the MacBook. So I can set the Llama here. You can see how I can do this. The first thing, you need to set the connection. Here, you can see where you need to create. How I can create? Choose the custom. If you choose the custom, you can see this. You can see the large language model locations here. You can choose this. Another is the key. Maybe I think if you deploy the model in your local, the key is not you have no key. So you can just say the key when you finish and update the connection or set the connection. And if you they tell you to input key, you can click the space and return, and it will give you the result here. When you run here, just like Azure portal, you can see the import question is here. You can set the input question and chat history because I set the chat flow here. Output is the Llama output. Uh, of course, how I can connect the Llama in the location, you can write a Python code. If you use Llama before, I choose the Llama CPP to finish that. Another is I can set the Llama here and get the result. This is very easy sample to tell you. Okay, I can use the Promptflow, not just OpenAI and OpenAI API. You can use different offline model if you are a developer. Another thing is I think we can back to the this scenario. We can say okay, just like here, I can set the block storage. You can add the Python code here. Another is the uh, just like I finish in Azure Portal, you can see the large language model and conversation and embedding here. Okay, this is the embedding. When you can click to run all, of course, some people say, oh, I want to debug. You can debug here. You can set the a breakpoint in your Python code and debug. So I think some developer love this. You can choose this and and choose the whistle and choose the debug to run. How to debugging here? Just like here, you can run debugging, but the time is limited, so I will not show the run. If you love this, you can try out this style. Another scenario is quick QA solution. This is the local QA solution. Some people say, oh, when I finish this flow, I want to deploy. Maybe Azure AI Portal is cool, but I want to deploy in different cloud. Of course, Promptflow in your local environment can support this. It can support you to build as a doc and build as local applications. When you choose build as local application, you can run. You can see the local application and start local application. Yeah. If you open the chat website here, and just like I say, what is Microsoft Fabric? It can contact the OpenAI and your embedding vector DB to finish the scenario. I think you can very easy to finish. Maybe my network is not well, so wait some time to finish that. Okay, it will give you what is the Microsoft Fabric. It's very easy. If you want to deploy or some scenario, you can set the different things. I think this is very cool scenario to finish this. Okay, we back to the PPT. We know that Azure can use Promptflow and Visual Studio Code can use Promptflow, which you can choose. Maybe if you are more you focus Azure solutions, you can choose Azure environment to be Promptflow environment. If you want to deploy the Promptflow solutions, I suggest you use Visual Studio Code to finish this. Of course, you use Visual Studio Code to finish Promptflow. You can deploy Azure tool in the Azure portal. You can see Promptflow. You can choose Promptflow and create. You can see at the end of the create, you can upload the local file solutions. So you can upload the Azure portal. You can upload your development code to Azure portal very easy. Okay. I go back to my PPT now. Some people say, "Oh, Kinfei, you this time I know Promptflow, but how about semantic kernel or land tray? Because some people maybe choose land tray if you are a Python developer. If you .NET developer, you love semantic kernel. Uh, but Promptflow is cool. How I can compile that? The first is in fact for commercial logics, we have a basic business prompt. Just like here, I want to let the LLM to know how to know my document. Just like I use data and use prompt to get some knowledge base library. This is very stable. The prompt stable, data format stable, and the knowledge base is very stable. Output is very stable. So we can see human computer interaction. We can separate the command line just like in From M. Here I will give you the command. Help me generate PPT based on the content of the book and generate scripts of each page. We Semantic kernel and name can help us to separate the different the fee scenario, general PPT, content of the book, and generate scripts of each page. In the back end, maybe we can use Promptflow. Promptflow can get the to use prompt and get the KB. When you finish this, KB will output to the prompt and PPT to output the PPT. PPT will be input to the prompt to be scripts. So this is the back end. Prompt will give you the stable, also stable prompt and scenario. So maybe we can set the prompt as unit things. The semantic kernel and entry can help you to separate the command line as yeah by unit. So I think this is very cool. This is the architecture solution. This is the sample. Maybe you can know that the Copilot stack is here. Some prompt, some foundation model, some AI infra, some Copilot from end. And Copilot from end, I choose the Copilot from end because is cool. So, one sample is the Visual Studio Code extension. When you use the GitHub Copilot, you maybe think the VS Code is the Copilot from end. The back end is the AI machine learning and some Azure OpenAI service. But if you are a enterprise solution, maybe some people to choose some company to choose Colama. So, the prompt, how to connect the prompt, maybe I can use semantic kernel or land tray to separate the command line and get the different prompt flow, just like code and enterprise code analyze, code testing, code generation, and some skill in the folder. This is another thing is the Copilot application scenario. Maybe this sample is not replace GitHub Copilot because we know GitHub Copilot is great, can generate code, can help us to fix code, fix bug, and generate some testing. But the enterprise, may some enterprise and some company want to inject their knowledge and some complete experiments in Copilot, but Copilot not support this. So we can create the enterprise Copilot together. How to create that? We can use the GitHub project, a Microsoft GitHub project, low API.net. We know that Visual Studio Code has a need to use JavaScript and TypeScript. So we need this time semantic kernel not support uh, dot the TypeScript now. So we need to use this uh, project to help us to import semantic kernel to the Visual Studio Code extension. Another is the kernel we can see we can use semantic kernel and Azure OpenAI plus Promptflow. We can set different things here. We can choose analyze testing and generation and docs generation and arc generation here. This is different skill. Let's see the demo. This is the Visual Studio Code. Extension development. You can see I have import the semantic kernel here. Another is the enterprise copilot. Set the some scale and some planner. We know that a semantic kernel support a planner to help you to separate the skill. Skill can compile something. So we can use the semantic kernel here. We can set the extension and extension files just like I choose the inject code and some region code by complete style is here. We can run and debug that. You can see, okay, this is the Visual Studio Code. I click the extension. This is the Enterprise Copilot extension. This we can see that. Oh, this is the some Python code in the notebook. We can use this to regenerate code because some company to set the environment just like variable and some function here. So I can let hit to regeneration the code. The regeneration the code it assess the flow in the doc in the container in the cloud. It can assess. It can help you to change. Okay, the name is Kinfey at Kinfey now. So I think this is the scenario. We Promptflow logs replace semantic kernel and then chain. It can combine together because flow is the unit as the command. I think some people is the first time to listen Promptflow. Maybe we can see the document in the Visual Studio Code extension to help you to know Promptflow more. If you have any question, you can send the email to me. Hope to see you the next time. Thanks.
Thanks, Kinfey. Really a great session. A really good overview of the different models inside of the Azure portal, but also the integration in Visual Studio Code. I really liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I love my English is not well, so I speak not well, but maybe if some people have some question, I can give you the answer. Thank you.
there are no questions in the chat at the moment, but I do have one question for you because
Yeah.
we saw a lot of things come by right now, right? A lot of different demos and options, and but do you also have a resource for all the people that are watching now where they can get started with this?
Uh, Maybe this week I will publish the sample in my GitHub. I will send my GitHub address URL to you. You help me to publish to the audience. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really great. Okay, so thanks a lot for this great session. Really great. And for
Mm.
everyone watching, thanks for joining in this time and see you again next time.